Thank you, Miss.
Attorney General Bondi.
Alrighty. How are we doing? I'm still getting set up. I hadn't decided that I was going to stream tonight, and then I randomly decided to stream, and so we're streaming. But, I had nothing set up, nothing prepared, and so give me a moment. Give me just a moment here. Not much going on. I'm anxious. I have to go to a hearing tomorrow for our property taxes, so not looking forward to that. Very stressed, very unpleasant. So we're gonna watch Pam Bondi make a fool of herself to make me feel better. That's the plan. And yeah, that's really all I got. Other than that, I think we'll talk about Discord first, actually. We'll talk about the stuff. Oh, ugh. My computer likes to be stupid sometimes with OBS. But I think I'll talk about. I think I will talk about Discord and more specifically just a lot of shit going on with Well, give me a second. Let me just get finish getting set up here. Okay. Hope y'all are doing all right. Let's get this pulled over here. And let's see if I can just find a good little sure. Hello, you wanna work for me? The browser is chugging. Come on, you can do it. Okay, maybe you can't do it. Maybe you can't do it, friend. Okay, I'm just gonna close that tab and hope that fixes itself. Okay. Um Never mind. We will just read the post that Discord put out, or not all of it because it's very long. But we've also got the original post that they put out here, so give me like 30 more seconds here and then we'll get into this. All right. Alrighty. So, we have some interesting things happening. Specifically, Discord has decided. Originally, it put out this post on the 9th saying that Discord will soon be expanding teen safety protections worldwide, including teen by default settings and age assurance designed to create safer experiences for teens. We're also launching recruitment for Discord's first teen council, creating a space for teen voices to help shape our safety and well being work. Applications are now open for U.S. teens ages 13 to 17. Learn more about these updates here. There's a link. How Discord is building safer experiences for teens. So this is a new sort of like, not really a new thing that's been happening, but something that's been happening for, I guess, a few months now, where you've seen attempts to implement safety procedures for teenagers online, or attempts to just sort of keep them offline entirely, like with the ban in Australia, keeping them off of certain sites, that kind of thing. And a lot of people, I see a lot of people who are in favor of these kinds of laws and stuff like that, and I I don't agree. While I do think that we do need to take much better precautions when it comes to children and teenagers online, specifically, I think the websites should be doing more, but not necessarily what Discord is doing. This is a whole other kind of aspect here. I do think the websites need to be doing more because I don't think it should fall to the government necessarily. Um, I mean, it could, but I also just don't necessarily trust our government with that kind of shit. As case in point, a lot of these laws, I mean, it's like a lot of it comes from like wanting to keep people offline, wanting to keep kids offline so that they're not learning about certain topics. Specifically, a lot of this has come up with Gaza and TikTok. That's been a big thing. But I also just don't think it's a good idea across the board to have these sort of like ID verification, that kind of thing. Um like definitely not what I would say one should be doing here, especially as I have been a staunch sort of advocate against AI, generative AI, that kind of thing, and putting your image online to begin with. So I definitely don't think that you should be putting your fucking ID on Discord and that kind of thing. But um, we've got some clarification on our approach to age assurance. We've seen some questions about our age assurance update. We want to share more clarity. We know how important these changes are to our community. Here's what we want you to know. Discord is not requiring everyone to complete a face scan or upload an ID to use Discord. The vast majority of people can continue using Discord exactly as they do today without ever being asked to confirm their age. You need to be an adult to access age restricted experiences such as age restricted servers and channels or to modify certain safety settings. For the majority of adult users, we will be able to confirm your age group using information we already have. We use age prediction to determine with high confidence when a user is an adult. See that you that see that's the thing though, that we use age prediction to determine. I'm willing to bet at least like every penny I have, which is not much. Okay, I'm big broke. Again, I'm going to a fucking hearing tomorrow about our back property taxes that we owe. Uh, big broke over here. But I would bet every penny I have that the age verification, the age prediction process is just AI. It's just AI. I'm almost positive it is just fucking AI. That's what all of these goddamn websites are doing now. They are resorting to AI to determine these things, and they just sort of say, hey, figure it out, hope it works. 9 times out of 10, it does not. Um, Also, real quick, if you're watching, give the stream a like for me, please and thank you. Appreciate it. And hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Share the stream, do all that lovely stuff. And yeah, cool. Awesome. Love it. Thank you. Appreciate it. For the majority of adult users, we'll be able to yeah. So I'm almost certain it's just AI. With high confidence when a user is an adult. This allows many adults to access age appropriate features without completing an explicit age check. An explicit age check, okay, but still some sort of age check, I imagine. When additional confirmation is required, we offer multiple privacy forward options through trusted partners. Facial scans never leave your device. Discord and our vendor partners never receive it. IDs are used to get your age only and then deleted. I don't trust that shit. I really don't. Like in reality, I just don't think that's probably true. I don't know, man. Because ultimately, what are the consequences if they do, if they like say that, if they say, even if they lie and say we're not gonna, hold on to your ID, like what? Class action lawsuit, they pay off some shit, and that's it at the end of the day, right? Like that's like I don't know. I don't see the consequences necessarily panning out either if it were to be untrue. So I don't know. I don't trust it, but ultimately make that decision as you will. Discord only receives your age. That's it. Your identity is never associated with your account. We hope this helps to clarify some of your questions. This work is important because building a safer Discord requires a thoughtful approach alongside the communities who make Discord special. I think that ultimately the problem with these kinds of things is there's no real way to be transparent about it aside from, I guess, making your shit like public, right? Like open source essentially, so people can look at your code and look at your fucking like look at what's happening behind the scenes. Aside from that, I don't know how you necessarily prove that you aren't maintaining this data somewhere or um like doing that kind or doing shady shit with it. Like I don't know how you you like prove transparency in this process because at this point the level of trust is just not there with companies in general, especially when it comes to this kind of shit. It just like they don't even hide it half the time. Palantir is very open about how much it is watching everybody. um so I don't know. It's like I don't think at the end of the day it's fucking Discord, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. But if you're someone who cares about your privacy online and that kind of thing to, like an extreme extent or like to a serious extent, then it's probably something you're just not going to want to use anymore. But also just in general, these kinds of laws make me a little nervous. I don't love not necessarily that this is a law, but just in general with the laws that people have been trying to push, especially with the Australia, ban going through and that kind of thing. And there have been attempts stateside to get a similar sort of ban through, and I don't know. I think that ultimately it's I think it's treating a symptom rather than the root cause of like whatever the problem is, you know? Like if the problem is like children are being predated online, then I think that there are better like avenues to address that than just to be like shut off access for teenagers to certain like obviously you can have not safe for work, you know, spaces and that kind of thing where minors should not be, like that is always going to be a thing. But I think that sort of blanket attempts like this are kind of eh, not great. I think they kind of end up doing more harm than good. But also I don't necessarily feel like they're that effective. I mean, the average young person, the average teenager is a lot more tech savvy than perhaps like, you know, 10, 20 years ago. um they are a lot more capable of circumventing things and finding ways around various different you know, finding various different workarounds. So I do think that is something to also keep in mind when it comes to trying to implement these sort of wide sweeping uh just, you know, god, my brain is so fried tonight I can't even think of the word. I am so fucking stressed about tomorrow. Oh my god. All right, no, it's fine. um we only get your age from the ID verification process and an estimated age range from facial age estimation. Again, I'm so very sure that that's done with fucking AI. It's an estimated age range that AI figures out. The AI is going to look at your face and be like, "What is the age range?" Like I don't know, man. You're telling me that you're not necessarily feeding AI when you do that shit. It feels like I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't necessarily trust that you're not feeding that back to some sort of like system somewhere. You know what I mean? Whether it's just for training AI or whatever. I'm not a fan. I don't upload my face online for a reason. I don't, you know, I don't post pictures like aside from on my private accounts because I don't necessarily want them being fed into like AI bullshit. Same with uploading, same with like putting I mean, I used to be a lot more careful about like putting my voice out there, but obviously I don't really care about that too much anymore. But um I just I just think that don't love it. Don't love it. I don't love it, but it's absolutely 100% using AI like to verify your age. Because again, that's what all of these fucking websites are doing now. If you choose facial age estimation, you'll be prompted to record a short video selfie of your face. The facial age estimation technology runs entirely on your device in real time when you are performing the verification. That means that facial scans never leave your device and Discord and vendors never receive it. We only get your age group. How is my age group data safe on Discord? Discord's age assurance experience was designed to respect user privacy. We are partnering with dedicated age assurance vendors who specialize in performing these verifications in a privacy forward way. These vendors were not involved in the September 2025 data breach of our customer service agent. I don't. I feel like that's a bad sign if you have to be like, oh, and by the way, these vendors were not involved in the time that that our data breach that happened. They weren't involved in that. Just so you're aware. Like, thanks for reminding me that that happened. Oh my god, Discord. Come on. That's funny actually. Um our vendors perform these verifications in a way to minimize the data collected and stored. For FAE, the video selfie is processed on device and never stored. IDs are processed to get your age only and then deleted. Your identity is never associated with your Discord account. Okay. What are you getting from my ID or facial age estimation? What personal information do you receive? Discord only gets your age. That's it. Your identity is never associated with your account. I think it's just kind of funny that it took until the year of like 2026, the big 26, for people to finally realize that yes, in fact, people do lie when it comes to verifying their age online. Like you can't just put in the wrong year and say you are older than you actually are, and it got to a point where people were like, I guess maybe we should actually try and address this issue, because that's what it's been for, since time immemorial. You just put a little age verification thing that's like, what year were you born? Put in your birthday, and it's the honor system. I guess we have reached a point where we're no longer doing that, because and I'm not saying that that was not a like that was a perfect method or anything. There's definitely, again, you can just lie when it comes to that. I myself have lied many a time in my youth when going onto various different websites. Um Ultimately, I do think that the the best solution to this is just teaching your kids um how to, just teaching your kids the dangers of being online, the pros and cons, just like you do in the real world with, stranger danger, that kind of thing. You teach them, what to look out for, how to sort of keep themselves safe, and you make sure that they're fucking educated on what's going on what like you make sure that you make sure you talk to them, you make sure you keep them informed. um you make sure they understand what they are, doing, and that they understand the sort of consequences of the actions that they're taking. Um and like the sort of like and like the various like situations and like that it can possibly lead to, and how to sort of recognize when someone is trying to take advantage of you, or how to get yourself out of that situation if something is happen if you do realize that you have sort of found yourself in that situation. Realize that you can go to an adult. Again, that's another thing that I think these fucking these sort of laws and rules uh create a problem with, is it, you put for like if you have a like blanket ban on like Australia, for example, you have to be like, I don't know what the age is, like I don't know, like 17, 16 or something. I don't remember exactly what it is. But you have to be however old to go online or to go on certain websites. If your child does end up going on those websites before they are that age, you've now created an environment where they're going to think they're going to get in trouble if they tell you that something has happened. Like it's just that same dynamic that again happens in the real world, where it's like, if they end up in a situation, you want them to feel comfortable coming to you, comfortable telling you what's going on. You don't want them to feel like they are committing a crime and can't tell you what has occurred or what is going on in their life. So I do think the best way to address these kinds of things is through that aspect, and then also you can, I don't know, attempt to put in whatever safeguards are, whatever safeguards make sense within reason. But um Ultimately, education, once again, saves the day. I just, alright. What does the age inference model, how does the age inference model work? We leverage an advanced machine learning model developed at Discord. So an AI. It's almost like I fucking called it, bro. God damn, I hate this fucking timeline, dude. Like, it does not make me feel better that you've offloaded this process to AI. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. It does not make me feel better that you have offloaded the process to AI. It makes me feel worse. I don't like it. I don't trust it. We leverage an advanced machine learning model developed at Discord to predict whether a user falls into a particular age group based on patterns of user behavior and several other signals associated with their account on Discord. So, an AI that has been trained in a particular way to identify certain factors, certain, you know, things that may indicate that a user is a minor uses that information to decide if you are however old you are. Like, I think that's insane. Am I the only one who thinks that's insane? I think that's insane. Because one, an AI is only as good as, the people who program it. It's only as good as the material that it's like trained on. So it's not like it's like an omnipresent, like omniscient being that knows everything and understands every like small little indicator that could be something that like leans towards someone being a minor or not. And also just what if I just like fucking things that younger people are into? Like like what are we doing? Like what are the identifying factors for if you're a minor? Like what are the identifying factors for if you're like an older person? Like you're into jazz? Like I don't know, you're on like a jazz Discord? Is that a thing? Like you're like 50 years old or something on Discord talking about jazz? I don't know. Like I'm in Discords for various different some video games. Like I don't know what is the identifier there? Like what is the sort of determinator of w- what how do you decide what is and is not like an adult activity or like like a child activity, I guess. I don't know. I think that's a I'm curious to see what the what the metrics are there for that, like what the data is, I guess, that is going off of. Um, yeah, interesting. To predict whether a user falls into a particular age group based on patterns of user behavior. Like, I mean, ultimately, I guess it's just it examines the behavior of people who are in a certain age group, I guess, and if you also align with that behavior, it determines if you're in that age group. I mean, that's what I would assume how that would work, but I'm not an AI, so can't quite answer that one. We only use these signals to assign users to an age group when our confidence level is high. When it isn't, users go through our standard age assurance flow to confirm their age. When our confidence level is high. Okay. I'm willing to bet that once again, it's not a human being that decides if it's a high level confidence case or not. It's probably AI. I don't think a human is involved in this process at all, okay? Just want to make that very clear. Discord's content safety filters are part of our broader teen safety assist and safety by default approach. They help reduce exposure to certain categories of potentially sensitive image based media, especially for teens. Mature sexual media filter, da 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 da. Our continued investment to teen safety and well being, expanding age appropriate safety experiences worldwide. When would users need to verify their age group? Users are only prompted to verify their age group when they attempt to access certain age restricted content, settings, or features. After completing age assurance, users won't be asked to verify again for future age restricted actions. A user may be prompted to verify their age group if they attempt to unblur media flagged by our sensitive content filters or attempt to change any of the default sensitive content filters to show sensitive content. Turn off message requests. They are enabled by default to help you screen out unwanted DMs from your DM list. Access age restricted channels and servers. Speak in a stage channel. Toggle on age restricted commands settings. Importantly, this does not mean everyone will need to confirm their age just to use Discord. Many people can use Discord exactly as they do today without ever being asked to confirm their age. Default safety settings for everyone. Here's how this works. Everyone starts with our robust safety features turned on. Regardless of age, we call this teen by default because these settings establish a clear safety baseline designed with teens in mind. With flexibility for adults to customize their experience, adults can always choose to verify their age and change them, or leave the setting as is. Unless a user is confirmed to be an adult, these safety settings stay in place and can't be changed. The default settings include content filters. Discord users will need to be age assured as adults. Hey, how's it going? Just just some life stuff that I am dealing with, but other than that, I'm all right, chilling. We're going through Discord's new policy and stuff like that. Where was I? Age gated spaces. Only users who are age assured as adults will be able to access age restricted channels, servers, and app commands. Message request inbox. Direct messages from people a user may not know. Friend request alerts. Stage restrictions. A flexible privacy forward approach to age assurance. As part of this toolkit, we are introducing age inference to help us determine with high confidence whether a user on our platform is an adult. We leverage technologies that help predict whether a user is an adult with high likelihood based on patterns of user behavior and other signals associated with their account on Discord. We already figured out that is just AI. It's just AI. They just use AI. Oh no, Taylor Lorenz was right. Yeah, she's been saying quite a bit about this one. I definitely give her that. She's underneath this, not this post, but there she is. But yeah, she's on the case for sure. Discord's they've got community notes. Take a look. Discord's former third-party verification server 5CA involved in a data breach and thousands of IDs were leaked. This raises privacy concerns. So yeah, that was why they mentioned that earlier for sure. But also, again, why you just reminded me that happened in the middle of your new policy that talks about taking my face, like my ID, like feeding AI my image to determine if I'm an adult or not. She's been on the beat, as they say. Yes, she has. She definitely has. Maybe a little bit too much, but not maybe a little bit, maybe going a little bit too hard, but that's none of my business. Um, yeah, all of these are Discord suffered a data breach in October of 2025. Government issued IDs, which Discord is actively pushing to collect, were what was stolen as part of the data breach. All of these are just all of these community nodes are just Discord suffered a data breach. Um yeah, it's just I don't like it. I don't like it because of the data breach aspect, the AI aspect. I am just call me a fucking luddite when it comes to AI, but I cannot. I do not trust that shit at all. I'm not in like a I think it's gonna take over the world kind of way, but just in a I think it is going to be used for the most nefarious purposes kind of way. Um I don't trust the powers that be to use that shit in a way that is, you know, Gucci. I mean, we've seen what they are willing to do with Grok. Uh I just I don't like it. I'm not a fan. It's not for me, as they say. Um uh age inference reducing friction for adult users. This is the AI part. For many adult users, this means access to age restricted content and features without needing to complete an explicit age verification flow. It's a straightforward way for us to maintain age appropriate experiences. This model is part of our broader toolkit, and we will continue to improve it as we learn more. Okay. This isn't always perfect, but we've tuned the model to be highly accurate. In the event that a user is placed incorrectly into the wrong age group, they can always reconfirm their age or remove the assigned age group through our age assurance flow and update their experience accordingly. Interesting. Okay. They can always reconfirm their age or remove the assigned age group through our age assurance flow and update their experience accordingly. I hate AI. We're gonna all die if there's some asshole can ask the AI dumbest shit that they could just it's just I ultimately I am someone who's if it does it do more harm than good, and in my opinion AI does far more harm than it does good. Um, far more harm. Just on like a level of just just like energy, water, like that kind of thing, but also just when it comes to critical thinking, I think it has made people dumber. Uh I think it's incredible how people will just take AI at face value, even though you can find so many examples of AI getting shit wrong, if it getting things wrong when it has like the answer right in front of it. And it's just like, what are you doing? Why are you trusting this thing? It's not smart. It's not actually capable, really. Like it's just kind of like it's fallible. Like it's not like this perfect thing that can't get shit wrong. It gets shit wrong all the fucking time. If you pay attention, you will see it get shit wrong all the time. So, yeah, I just think AI has made us all it's made people dumber. It's I don't like that they're, trying to incorporate it into fucking schools, into education. I think that's a ridiculous thing to do. That's a bad move. Yeah, I not a fan. Not a fan. We also offer other assurance methods through our collaboration with trusted privacy-forward partners, such as facial age estimation and ID scan, all designed to minimize data use and maximize user control. So the thing is, they're like, these guys weren't involved in the data breach that happened last year, and that's fine. But also, how many fucking data breaches have happened just across the board, across all these fucking companies in the last few years? Like, I just don't, I don't trust any of them at this point. I just assume my shit is gonna get leaked, you know? Um, I just, like, at this point, I just assume that all my information is out there anyways. I know that my fucking, like, there was a fucking class action lawsuit against my fucking college because our shit got leaked. So, which I still have not seen the fucking money from. Love that. Uh, like, send me my $20, please. um, yeah, I just, not great. I think it's just all kind of fucked. You know, the inshitification of everything, I guess. Um, we will continue exploring and we will continue exploring and validating additional age assurance approaches with the goal of expanding options and giving users choices that work best for them. After completing a chosen method, users will receive confirmation via a direct message. Da 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 da. We currently only prompt users to age assurance when they are in the Discord app and trying to access age restricted content. Key privacy protections of our age assurance approach includes on-device processing. Video selfies for facial age estimation never leave a user's device. Quick deletion. Identity documents submitted to our vendors are deleted quickly in most cases immediately after age confirmation. Straightforward verification. In most cases, users complete the process once and their Discord experience adapts to their verified age group. Private status. The user's age verification status is only available to that user and cannot be seen by others. We're intentional about selecting and working with age assurance partners with strong privacy practices and limit data collection to what's strictly necessary for age assurance. I wonder who these age assurance partners are, to be honest with you. I'm curious. And then the rest of it is about their Discord teen council. Um, Safety features work best when they are informed by the people they are meant to support. That's why we're excited to share that we are launching Discord's first teen council. Which, I mean, I honestly don't think that's like a necessarily a bad idea to listen to, you know, teens as far as getting information. It just depends on if they actually listen to them. Um, so if you know a teen that wants to be on the Discord's teen council, the applications are open until summer of 2026. All right. Well, I don't know. I talked a little bit about this back when the Australia ban came into play, and honestly, like I said, I do think that I think that it just it like any other sort of like any other environment where where your child can be taken advantage of, the best way to sort of combat that is to, you know, make sure they're educated, make sure they're informed, make sure they're aware, and you know they know how to recognize certain signs, and they just know how to sort of best, you know, you best prepare them to navigate that environment and that situation. I mean, obviously you can't, you know, protect them from everything. Like you can't like make it so that, you know, nothing bad ever happens to them, but you make it so that you make it so that they are best prepared to deal with those situations as they come. But aside from that, I'm not a fan of these sort of of these sort of rules and like age verification, that kind of thing. Again, a lot of it's AI too, and I just don't I don't like it. I don't trust it. I think that at the end of the day, it's kind of fucking bullshit because we've seen people get banned from certain websites and stuff like that through just like AI bullshit reasons and not being able to contact a human being to get their account back and that kind of thing. So my concern would be that we end up in another one of those situations here too as well, where people are getting, banned or restricted because their AI is making mistakes. So who knows? We'll see, I guess, where this goes, but let's move on, shall we? All right. What I have personally been waiting for to see what the fuck Pam Bondi has been up to. Um hopefully PBS doesn't fucking claim this shit. PBS, don't do that to me. You wouldn't do that to me. You're my friend. Yeah. All right. Let's just Pam Bondi. She was in a hearing and people asked her questions and some of these were pretty spicy to say the least. Um I will say I predicted back way back towards like last year sometime that we would see people like Pam Bondi and Cash Patel become the scapegoats of the administration because, they are the minorities. Like the women specifically, Cash Patel, just people like that who were going to become the scapegoats because they were the easiest people to sort of like for the MAGA base to go after. And we saw that a lot with like Pam Bondi and people putting a lot of the blame for the mishandling of certain things on Pam Bondi as opposed to recognizing that Donald Trump put her in charge in the first place and he wasn't really doing anything about it. So using Grok, when did the stream start? Oh my god. Fuck off. um but just using just using Pam Bondi and Cash Patel and those kinds of people as like the sort of off ramps as so that they don't have to contend with the fact that Trump is the problem. Um so that is really what I predicted last year sometime and it seems to be playing out. I did see some of these clips and I will say I'm already familiar with what Pam Bondi's method was throughout this process. It seemed to be a lot of know you, um a lot of just I know you are, but what am I? So we'll whatever happened to his last press secretary? I don't know who was his last press secretary. Croc, should I F off? God damn. Because his current one is Caroline Leavitt, who you know what? Love her. Love her. She is just probably my favorite member of the administration on the sole basis that she's the only Gen Z member. She's the youngest member in the administration. She's the same age as me. And I am just so fascinated by her. Her and her like 60-plus-year-old husband. She's just she's an interesting character, Caroline. But she's still going. She's the one who I think will not get has not gotten like the she's not been turned into a scapegoat, funnily enough. I don't know what it is about the MAGA base that likes Caroline, but they seem to fuck with her heavy. So I don't know if it's just because they like how she pops off sometimes. Um she's just an interesting one. I forgot her name. Yeah, I don't know who his last one was. I guess we could look it up. You mean like in his first term? Press secretary first term. First term it was let's see. Got a list in bio of Trump press secretary. So it was Sean Spicer, then Sarah Sanders, Stephanie Grisham. Yeah. I don't know. Who knows? Oh, yeah, that was the last one. It's Kaylee. Yeah, press secretary. Press secretary. You can kind of just do whatever you want with that one. Which is case in point by the fact that a 28-year old now is in that role and has no idea what the fuck she's doing. As demonstrated by Caroline being in the position that she is in. So you can do basically whatever the fuck you want with press secretary. There's no real um he's Google not Grok. I appreciate that. I'm glad that you did that. But how many has he had? Quite a few it seems, but I don't know like what the usual turnover on press secretaries is. I mean I don't think Biden went through a bunch. I think it was just but like I mean they usually have like a few. I feel like I feel like Caroline does most of the talking here. I don't know. I like usually like last time we would get uh last time we would get like people from um other like spokesmen like talking more too. But Caroline feels like I feel like it's only Caroline who does like press conferences. um or like schedule ones. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, anyway, Caroline is just funny to me. I think she's very funny. Um Pam Bondi, she again, her whole thing was basically no you. Uh we're just gonna go through some of the clips. I just kind of grabbed a bunch and threw them in the playlist, so we'll go through and see what we got here. Um Gotta be honest with you, this is my fucking jam. I love watching this shit. uh I don't know what is fucking like wired wrong in my brain, but I love it. I don't think they're supposed to get fired. Yeah, I don't know what the again, I don't know what the turnover rate on press secretaries is, but I mean Caroline's been there for a year. We'll see. She's gotta clock out eventually though. Isn't she pregnant? Like she's gotta go on maternity leave at some point. So I guess we'll see what happens when that happens. Like I don't know if she's gonna leave like for good or if she's just gonna go on maternity leave and then come back. But I'm pretty sure she's pregnant. Let me I can go look it up real quick. Now I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure she's pregnant. Caroline Leavitt. Is she pregnant? Or was that yeah. Yep. People magazine. Caroline Leavitt, 28, expecting baby number 2 with husband Nicholas Riccio. Riccio? It's probably Riccio. 60. Because that's listen, holy age gap, Batman. Will be first pregnant White House press secretary. Okay, but like she got to go on maternity leave, right? Like she got to take a break. She's not going to work through the whole pregnancy. Like at some point she has to clock out. Yeah, they have one son already who's I guess named Nico, 17 months. They're gonna have a girl. It's crazy. Posing in front of a Christmas tree. Baby sis. There she is. The greatest Christmas gift we could ever ask for, a baby girl coming in May 2026. My husband and I are thrilled to grow our family and can't wait to watch our son become a big brother. My heart is overflowing with gratitude to God for the blessing of motherhood, which I truly believe is the closest thing to heaven on earth. Crazy. Uh yeah. Leave its news comes a few weeks after her nephew and godson's mom, Bruna Caroline Ferreira, was detained by ICE and held for deportation in November. Because, it's just a normal fucking country that we live in. Just a normal ass fucking country. Yeah, and they fucking like lied about that woman too. They like said that she was a criminal and she's got like no criminal record or anything like that. Toby Maguire is dating a 20-year-old. How old is Toby Maguire even? I'm not okay. We're not doing age gap discourse. I like to joke about it with Caroline and her husband, but we don't need to do a bunch of age gap discourse right now. I don't really care about Toby Maguire and his dating processes or habits or whatever. I don't know. Like that's a little weird, definitely. Um yeah. There's just yeah, Al Pacino is dating a 32-year-old. That one's also just crazy to me. But like um yeah. Like I definitely think that these are like weird, but we don't need to do like discourse over this right now. But yeah. Yep. Uh but again, yeah, they fucking lied about the nephew's mother. Uh well here. On November 12th, Ferreira, who shares her son with Leavitt's older brother, Michael Leavitt, was arrested and detained by ICE while picking up her 11-year-old son from school in Revere, Massachusetts. Speaking speaking about the instance while breaking her silence to CNN's Aaron Burnett on December 12th, Ferreira, who appeared alongside her attorney Todd Pomerleau, also shared some choice words for Leavitt, who is her child's godmother, which is also fucking insane. McGuire is 50. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit weird, but I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, we live in a country that literally isn't even fucking prosecuting the people who were involved in the Epstein fucking bullshit. So, yeah, like like yeah. It's a country full of some questionable fucking people. Um to say the fucking least. Uh Speaking about the instance, uh chose Caroline for the role over. That's crazy. I love the level of trying to guilt trip Caroline here, or like just like trying to like shame her a little bit here. Just like Ferreira chose Caroline for the role over her sister for godmother, and now she's on the fucking now she's up in front of the press calling her a fucking criminal and trying to imply that she deserves to be deported. Awesome. Awesome. If you see the map of where ICE is deployed, it's all Democratic states. Yeah, that makes sense. That's not surprising at all. Um, I think what I would have to say to Caroline is just because you went to a Catholic school doesn't make you a good Catholic. Get her again for me. Get her again for me. Ah, I love it. You are a mother now, Ferreira continued. referencing Caroline's role as a mom to her son Nico. How would you feel if you were in my shoes? How would you feel if somebody did this to you? The White House press secretary has not publicly commented on the arrest, and a source previously told People that she hasn't spoken with Ferreira, brother Michael's ex-fiance and co-parent, in many years. She arrived in the United States from Brazil in 1998 when she was 6 years old. At the time of her arrest, she was in the process of obtaining a green card, and she was a DACA recipient. She was released from the South Louisiana ICE processing center on an immigration judge's orders days before breaking her silence on CNN. The release came after weeks of what Ferreira told CNN was a mind-boggling experience of being shuffled around the entire country as federal agents refused to tell her where she was going. Yeah, here we go. Asked about the Trump administration's repeated claim that she is a criminal. Like, Caroline herself did not make like a private comment, like a personal comment on it as Caroline, but she was up there saying she's a criminal on behalf of the administration when asked about it. I cannot stress enough how much Caroline partook in this lie as well. Asked about the Trump administration's repeated claim that she is a criminal, Ferreira told Burnett, I'm heartbroken for my son. I'm heartbroken for my mother, who has worked for a quarter of a century cleaning houses, earned an honest living, has paid her taxes. I've been a law-abiding citizen. I don't even have a parking ticket, and I'm so proud of it. Yeah. Basically, the story that fairly common story of just, not a fucking criminal, but still getting picked up and taken in because, that's how this administration rolls. All right, let's fucking get to this Pam Bondi stuff. 7 moments Bondi butted heads with the lawmakers over Epstein. I will say, what did Brett Cooper do? I don't know. Did she do something? I don't even think I have a Brett Cooper video in this playlist. Sometimes I do, but I don't think she said anything interesting recently. Sometimes I like to see what Brett Cooper's up to. See if she's got anything interesting to say, but she rarely does these days. But let's take a look at Pam Bondi here, and I will say not her best performance either, just in general. Kind of a shame, really.
You apologized to the survivors in your opening statement for what they went through at the hands of Jeffrey Epstein. Will you turn to them now and apologize for what your Department of Justice has put them through with the absolutely unacceptable release of the Epstein files and their information?
Congresswoman, you sat before Merrick Garland sat in this chair twice.
Attorney General Bondi.
No, can I finish my answer?
No, I'm going to.
Did she? Hold on. I mean, hold on. Hold on. We'll see. Let's see. Usually, if there's something going on, quick search on Twitter. I don't know. We've got a clip with her in Clavicular.
Record watching this. Dude, she's so hot. I'm about to beat the Foozy nutting world record watching this.
Which I think is...
Dude, she's about to have a fucking recessed butthole after I have
young man.
10
Jesus Christ, dude. All right, man. God. I don't know. I got nothing. At least nothing on Twitter. So I don't know what's going on with Brett Cooper. Oh, well, okay, wait. Hold on. No, I don't know. I got nothing. I got nothing. Other than clavicular clavicular just being a fucking psycho about it. That's crazy. Dude, these posts kill me. Clavicular suffers from cortisol spike after I can't even read this. I can't even read this. I don't know. I saw a YouTube vid. I don't know either. I can't. I can't. I tried. I tried. I got like Jester Max's on Pierce Morgan show when she exposes the real reason the master mug. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Oh my god, I forget she's married. Oh my god. I don't know. You know what? I don't know. I think he mogs him, right? Is that how that works? I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to speak the cool kid language. Oh my god. Echoes from above. Okay. I mean, we can maybe take a look at it later. I do want to look at the Pam Bondi stuff. Um I don't know what Brett Cooper said or did, but she's not that relevant anymore. I mean, listen. The title is Brett Cooper just pissed everyone off. It was uploaded 3 hours ago. Okay. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that channel. So I can't comment, but I can take a look at some point. He frame and height mogs him. Yes. Okay. Cool. I'm learning. All right, Bondi. Let's hear it.
I'm going to reclaim my time because I asked you a specific question that I would like you to answer, which is, will you turn to the survivors? This is not about anybody that came before you. It is about you taking responsibility for your Department of Justice and the harm that it has done to the survivors who are standing right behind you and are waiting for you to turn to them and apologize for what your Department of Justice has done.
Members get to ask the questions, the witness gets to answer in the way they want to answer. The Attorney General can
That's
respond.
not accurate, Mr. Chairman.
Because she doesn't like
Like the whole goddamn time they're like, because I think it's fucking what? It's Jim Jordan, isn't it? Fucking who's got his own sex predator scandal. Fucking Ohio State, Jim Jordan. Me either. It was just didn't recommend it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on with Brett Cooper, but yeah, just fucking. Oh my god. She just came in with like. One, I think it's very funny. I think it's very funny the idea of Pam Bondi just having like like flashcards or like a fucking just like book on her fucking like desk where she's like hold on a second, let me flip to the page with the specific insult that I I'm surprised he thinks Brett Cooper is that hot with her recessed maxilla. Those words are not in the fucking Bible, bro. Like, we have recessed as a fucking species. Goddamn. She's like a 5 on the PSL scale. I mean, listen, I think Brett's got a charm about her. She's got a girl next door charm about her. That's endearing. I'll give her that. I'll give her her flowers.
Answer. So,
Mr. Chairman,
why
I have asked
didn't
a
she
question.
ask Merrick Garland this?
I am
Twice
reclaiming
when he
my
sat in my
time, and
chair.
when I
will
reclaim my
continue to
time,
answer.
it is
Mr. Chairman,
my
the gentlelady's
I'm
reclaimed her
not going
time.
to get in the gutter for her theatrics.
Her theatrics, bro. Her theatrics. Pam Bondi. I know you are not calling anybody theatrical today. Like, bitch, you have a fucking burn book. With everyone's with little fucking insults written in to fucking go after these people, to take jabs at them over things going on in their districts. It's actually insane. It is actually nutty. Like this is the kind of shit that you pull in fucking middle school. Like, I don't even know. She lives on the farm. Yeah. Yeah. Brett Cooper, right? She talks about having animals.
How many of Epstein's co-conspirators have you indicted? How many perpetrators are you even investigating?
First, you showed it. I find it.
How many have you indicted?
Excuse me. I'm going to answer the question.
Answer my question.
No, I'm going to answer the question the way I want to answer the question.
No,
Your
you're gonna answer
theatrics
the
are
question the
ridiculous.
way I asked it.
Chairman
How many have you
Jordan, I'm not
indicted?
going to get in the gutter with these people,
How many
but
have
I'm
you-
going to answer the question.
How many have you indicted?
Chairman Jordan. Chairman, they're being mean to me. Like, come on, dude. I'm not gonna get in the gutter. I want to just insult these people without being interrupted, please. Please, Chairman Jordan. I would like to point out that we are all here today to discuss the mishandling of the Epstein files. Word of the day is theatrics. It definitely is. Of the Epstein files, the mishandling of the release of the Epstein files, of the hiding of powerful figures who were involved in with Epstein, of their crimes, protecting them from the consequences of their very atrocious actions. And Pam Bondi is doing this.
Again, the time belongs to
Reclaiming my time.
Like, she's doing
Time
this.
belongs-
I think it's very
Reclaiming
interesting.
my time.
I think it's very
Reclaiming my
interesting.
time.
You can
that
reclaim
he
your
talks
time,
about
but-
they
Reclaiming my
indicted.
time, Mr.
The
Chairman.
president said they
Close the
indicted
clock.
him
Mr.
twice.
Chairman, please
They
stop the
sure
clock
did.
and stop the
he
clock and
indicted-
restore his time.
Okay, here we go with these
Committee will get in order.
theatrics.
The
Reclaiming
time
my
belongs to
time
the
and
gentleman.
Take a shot every time she says theatrics, bro. God damn. And why is fucking Jim Jordan here? Like, why is he overseeing this? I know it's literally like his position or whatever, but like, why? Why have we been put in a world where Jim Jordan is the one overseeing the goddamn hearing about the mishandling of the Epstein files? Of all the people we could have had today, it had to be Jim Jordan. Like, this is a special kind of hell. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. Oh.
Gentleman
Back
from
the
New
clock,
York,
please.
we will give you a few more seconds. We will do that. But when
Reclaiming
you ask
my-
a question, the
The
witness
question
gets to
was-
answer. You may not like the answer, but she
Right.
gets
The
to answer.
question was, how many of Epstein's...
They don't like.
He's head of the House Theatrics Committee. I mean, he might as well be. He's letting this shit show go on. Like, I don't know what options they have. Like, I don't know. I don't think they can just hold her in contempt. I don't think that's a thing they can do here. I wish it was. But like, do something. Do something. Like, she is making a mockery of this entire situation, and you're just letting her. Jim Jordan, this is your hearing. This is your committee. Do something. It's like the it's like the little fucking the fucking meme of the guy poking the like thing on the ground. He's just like, do something. That's me with Jim Jordan right now. It's just do something.
Like the answer, Chairman,
my time.
because it's honest.
Reclaiming
So
my-
he asked a
reclaiming my
4-minute
time.
question.
Restore 45
and
seconds
I
to
am
Mr. Nadler,
going
please,
to
Mr. Chairman.
Answer.
You can let her filibuster all day long, but not on our watch.
Reclaiming-
Not on our time. No way. And I told you about that, Attorney General, before you started.
You don't tell me.
Yeah, oh, I did
anything,
tell you because we
washed
saw
up
what you did in the
loser
Senate.
Lawyer, not even a lawyer.
Committee will be in order.
Like, I love how she's like, you don't tell me. Like, bitch, you are here to answer questions. Like, I don't know where you think you are or who you think you are. But you are here to answer questions about your handling of the Epstein files. Like, if there is not, if the moment, the second, God willing, inshallah, that we fucking Democrats, whatever, take back power, take back the reins, if they do not take the time to prosecute every last one of these motherfuckers, it is fucking over. It's fucking over. It's game over. Like, wrap it up. She's filibuster Moggy. I just, like, she's not, though, because she's not even doing a good job. She's not even doing a good job. Like, I don't know what the word is for that. Like, for just fucking bombing at your attempt to filibuster and your attempt to, because she's not even, she's getting to the point where they won't even let her talk anymore because they know there's no point. They're like, we're not even going to bother asking you questions because you're not going to answer them. We're just going to talk through our time and say what we want to say and get our point across because there's no point asking questions. Like, that ultimately is what this devolves into because they can't get shit out of her.
I should get back at least 45 seconds.
We will give you a few more seconds. I
Not a
said that
few more,
already.
45 seconds.
Okay, I will.
And then Jim Jordan's useless ass. God damn it, dude. Like, I get it. Predators protecting predators, you gotta stick together. Bros gotta stick together. I get it. But, like, come on, brother. Come on. Don't you want everyone to forget about your little scandal? About how you covered up shit? She's doing a great job. You're just being theatrical. I'm being theatrical. You're right. I'm being dramatic. Pam Bondi is rocking it, actually. She is doing the best job. It's so funny to me how she's, like, not even a good actor, too. Like, you can tell what she's doing. She's not actually, like, when she gives these answers, you can tell that she's definitely just reading off of whatever, like, note card she has in front of her to be like, this person is from this district and they did this thing. And it's just like, you can't even make it sound natural. Come on. Give it a little work. Put a little effort into it.
I'm timing right now, Mr. Nadler. Go
All
right
right.
ahead.
My time. The answer to my question, how many of Epstein's co-conspirators is she indicted, is 0.
You are acutely aware of how important it is to protect the identity of victims of sexual assault, correct?
I have addressed this multiple times. I think
Like, look at her huge ass fucking binders, dude. Like, how much of this is just information on the specific individuals in front of her and like events from their district. I'm dying to know how much of the notes that she brought in to this to this committee were fucking just information on various different like representatives and like stuff because oh man.
Others were cutting me off when I was trying
Well,
to.
I just simply asked, are you aware of the fact that it's vitally important to protect the identity of sexual assault victims?
Bro, she won't even look at the victims. Like, no, she doesn't give a fuck. She won't even turn around. She won't even turn the 180 degrees to look behind her at the victims that have been there the whole time. She has the entire transcript of Winds of Winter in there. She has she has something, and it did her no favors. It helped her zilch because people are not I don't think people have really been rocking with her this performance of hers. But like I said, they've made a scapegoat of Pam Bondi and Cash Patel. Not that I think that they don't deserve to get their comeuppance as well, but they have definitely sort of put those two specifically as the two that they like to blame shit on. And not just like the administration, but MAGA specifically, like the MAGA base likes to talk about Pam Bondi, and it really just becomes an off road for not having to call out Donald Trump. Because you can just blame Pam Bondi. She's gone rogue. Donald Trump trusted her, and now look at what's happened. But that's not a fault on Donald Trump. No, it's on Pam Bondi. It's not a question of Donald Trump's judgment. No, it's on Pam Bondi.
As you prosecute the people they accuse of assaulting them. Isn't that correct?
Excuse me. As we have said multiple times,
Protection of the identity
of all victims
of the victims
are
is
protected.
so very
You are
important.
protected under. Do you want me to answer or do you want to interrupt?
Well, because you're not answering the question. You do a Jekyll and Hyde kind of routine around here, and I just want you to answer my questions.
What does Jekyll and Hyde mean? Can you explain
it means
that?
you're nice to the
Explain
Republicans and you turn like Hyde on Democrats.
I want to know, were there any
I mean, he right. Like, he right. That is exactly what happened. The victims knew this was gonna be a farce, I bet. This just confirms why no one wants to come forward. Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, I was thinking about this today. I'm sure that not even all of the victims have come forward. Like, I'm sure that we know that not all of the victims have come forward. And I suspect that they never will. Like, I suspect that there will always be some who just choose not to come forward. Which is, completely within their rights to do so. But yeah, it's just there's so many, there's so much. It's so devastating. Honestly, it's such a I haven't talked about it much because I don't know what to say other than it's just a devastating thing, and it really is just indicative of the sort of world we live in and how easy it is to prey on women, vulnerable women, especially women in like vulnerable positions, and take advantage of them, um and just to do that to literal fucking children is just it's the greatest evil, it's like the greatest evil. It's the like you there's nothing more despicable. Like I don't know, I don't know what else to say about it other than just it is just and the way the administration has handled it has been such a slap in the face to the victims, to everything they have attempted to sort of fight for here and work for and try and get some semblance of justice when it comes to this situation. And you have fucking Ghislaine Maxwell who gets a fucking puppy in a low security prison now, and the one person who has been held accountable, who the justice system went through the process and supposedly held this person accountable, is now trying to negotiate fucking clemency from the president. Like, I just I don't know what you do with that. I don't know where you go with that. And unfortunately, I could definitely see it fucking happening. I could definitely see Donald Trump trying to do something about that. And it's just I mean, it's just evil. It's just evil. It's just very evil, and it's just been made it's just been made into a fucking joke, into a fucking farce, into a just like I can't imagine what it is like to be the victims and having to watch this all play out. I personally cannot imagine. I think I would actually lose my mind. Like I would snap. Like I would be plotting very bad things to do to Pam Bondi. You know, like I there would be bad things happening. Like I would not be mentally sane enough to withstand such a thing, I don't think. So I cannot begin to just sort of give sort of testament to their strength in that regard, and the sort of ability to not lose your fucking mind in the face of all of this. Turns out Alex Jones was right, ironically enough. God, fucking hell. I don't even want to entertain that idea. Alex Jones, another person that the justice system for once got a semblance of justice to go through. So I'll that's that's Alex Jones's legacy. Is that fucking consequences, they do exist. Sometimes you do face the consequences of your actions. Oh man. No, Alex Jones. Like Alex Jones, funny figure, fun to laugh at. Truly horrific in the just amount of sort of pain he has caused people and just with his rhetoric and with his like I cannot think of a more I guess like cuz like there's like negative, there's like bad rhetoric, there's like bigoted rhetoric and like offensive rhetoric and just like bad things that you can say and put out there. But there is something fairly tangible about talking about someone, like talking about like insinuating that a school shooting is fake and that the deaths of these children were fake. Like that is just a very specific like psychological, I feel like, attack on the parents of said children. And there's just something very tangible about that I feel like I'm glad that that he finally got some level of quite a level of consequence for that action. It's because he called out their blood sacrifices. Yeah, I listen, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of shit that has been like sort of coming out that I some of it I'm sure is real, but some of it I'm like I don't really know. Like some of it it's like if this is real, that is actually just truly insane. Like we have actually just hit the limit of my imagination, I guess personally. Um yeah, I just like we've hit the limit of where my brain will go, I guess. So who knows, dude? Who fucking knows?
Underage girls at that party or at any party that Trump attended with Jeffrey Epstein?
This is so ridiculous, and that they are trying to deflect from.
Like, did you see how she had to prepare to deliver the line? Like I can't help but look at this from a actor point of view, because I am an actor. I did study theater. I've spent quite a bit of time around actors. I've learned to sort of identify those like little things that people do when they're that little things that people do that like that like going to acting classes and like getting used to acting kind of takes out of you, kind of like works out of you over time. and it's just like seeing this very inexperienced person try and put on this act of like she has what she wants to say, she has her script in mind, and she's gonna deliver it, and she has to sort of prepare herself for it. She has to get ready to like deliver the script, and it's just very it's very funny to just watch her try and she's time wasting too. She's doing a lot of that. Like she's trying to filibuster. She's trying to drag it out. She's trying to like make it as like incoherent as possible, right? But it's just very it's just very funny to like see her sort of set these up and just like this is ridiculous. Like you couldn't run through that line a couple more times in your head. Like just listen to her.
This is so ridiculous, and that they are trying to deflect from all the great things Donald Trump has done. There is no evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency. He's the one that asked that those files...
I'm reclaiming my time.
There is no evidence. Like she's oh man, yeah. Eventually, people are going to have to leave. Yeah, it's just a it's a fascinating strategy. Not sure it's gonna play out the way they hope it is. I could be wrong. There's always gonna be the diehard MAGAs out there, but I think they underestimate the power of misogyny. Truly. And when you have a base that is full of a lot of misogynistic people, a lot of people with misogynistic, thoughts, misogynistic views, they see a woman up here screaming and shouting like a banshee, throwing a fit, like trying to speak over these people, trying to interrupt them, trying to like say shit that isn't like related to the actual fucking topic, going on all these tangents. They see that shit and they're like fuck her. Like they don't fuck with that shit. They see that shit and they're like, this is a shitty performance. This is embarrassing. Like I think Pam Bondi forgot that she's gotta perform above and beyond. Like she's gotta overcome the misogyny that is always going to be at play here. Oh my god. Like I think she just didn't realize that she can't move like that.
I got your answer. You said there's no evidence.
Especially over the fucking Epstein files, bro. Like, this is the one fucking subject that the MAGA base actually cares about. This is the one thing that they're like, yeah, we also hate the fucking pedophiles. Except for, like, the hardcore MAGAs who are like, fuck it. We're cool with the pedophiles, I guess, now. Who cares anymore? Because they're out there, too. But... like, this is the one thing that, like, conservatives, moderates, whatever, people who voted for Trump out of, for whatever reason, affordability, whatever. Those people, they actually give a fuck. The conspiracy-minded people, they actually give a fuck. Like, there's just a lot of people in Trump's base who give a fuck about the Epstein files, who are already probably not big fans of Pam Bondi, just given the last year of shit that has been sort of flung her way. And she's just like, I'm younger so I can filibuster and stamina mock them to death. Yeah, I don't even know if it's that, because I think she just truly was like, I'm gonna just get through this shit and bullshit it as much as I can. Although I do think she possibly perjured herself at one point in here. So again, I say, if the Democrats ever get a modicum of power back, take back the reins here, I don't want to hear I don't want a Civil War 2.0, okay? I don't want us bringing back the fucking South and being like, "Y'all, it's okay. Y'all had a bad weekend. We've all been there, take a few laps, walk it off, and we're all good. It'll be okay." Like, we can't do that shit again. We can't do the kumbaya shit again. We gotta do something. We gotta crack down a little bit here. Okay, this is not just one drunken weekend. Okay, this is a systematic problem. like we need to fucking crack down on this shit. People need to be punished.
Please stop the clock. Stop the clock.
The legislation. This is
Time.
this is
I'd like to
ridiculous.
take my time.
Time belongs to the gentleman from California.
Okay. I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime.
I believe you just lied under oath, and this is on video.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime. Bitch. Well, did you perjure yourself or no? Like, if you committed perjury, then I think you should be committed of a crime. I think you should be, I think one should sit there and say you committed a crime. If you commit perjury, that's a crime. One should say it.
Videotape. You said there's no evidence of a crime. I'm showing you. Here is a witness statement who called into the FBI's Threat Operations Center. He drove Donald Trump around in a limo. He overheard what Donald Trump said to Jeffrey on his cell phone. He was so angry, he was going to stop the limo and hurt Donald Trump. And he met a girl who said she was raped by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. She later had her head blown off, and officers at the scene said that could not have been suicide. No one.
I don't remember anything she said for like half an hour because she hasn't said anything. She hasn't said anything. All she's really said is like, how dare you guys ask us questions when you didn't do it to the Democrats, or like that kind of shit. And that's basically all she said. She's said nothing of substance.
No one at the Department of Justice interviewed this witness. You need to interview this witness immediately. Epstein should rot in hell. So should the men who patronized his operation. And as we sit here today, there are over 1,000 sex trafficking victims, and you have not held a single man accountable. Shame on you. If you had any decency, you would resign right after this hearing concludes.
The gentleman has expired.
Did you ask Merrick Garland that the last 4 years? Did you talk about Epstein?
I'm reclaiming my time. I'm glad you're asking about Merrick Garland.
You don't get to reclaim
because
time
this
when
is
you don't-
bigger
when
than
you can't-
Watergate.
when I don't answer a question the
this
way you
goes
want.
over 4 administrations.
Like, I love how she'll just be like, when I don't answer a question the way you want, it's like, bitch, you didn't answer the question at all. Like, the question, like, if someone asked you, do you like strawberries or blueberries? You would say, fucking, trucks are cool. Or some shit, like something completely unrelated. Like, it's just, you're not answering the question. You're not answering the question. Oh my god. I truly think I would have actually gotten up and just strangled her. Like, you would have had to hold me back. You would have had to take me out of here. You would have had to remove me from the premises because either I'm strangling her or I'm leaving. I have to be removed. There's no other way. I'm not, like, there's no way I sit through this and don't leave there either in handcuffs or Pam Bondi strangled. That's all I'm gonna say. That's it. Because I cannot stress enough. We are talking about the raping of children. Like, the victim said, hey, can we maybe get a crumb of justice? And the government went, no. No.
administrations. You don't have to go back to Biden. Let's go back to Obama. Let's go back to George Bush. This cover-up spans decades, and you are responsible for this portion of it.
And that's
now,
where the
I want to know, at what point did the FBI and the DOJ decide that Lex Wessner was not a co-conspirator? Because our Epstein Files Transparency Act requires you, please put it back on the screen, please, to release the internal decision about whether to prosecute him or not, and it's not in the files, and it's not in the files for any of these other men.
Time of the gentleman has expired.
May she answer?
And he's a hypocrite because he voted against the ban that we were talking about on deep fake AI porn. Only 2 people voted against it, and you...
Like, what does that have to do with anything? Also, Jim Jordan sounds like he's about to fucking crawl into a hole and, like, collapse. Like, did you hear the way he's... Like, I wish he would. But, fucking God. He didn't vote against AI deepfakes, blah, blah, blah. Like, know you. Really, just know you. I know you are, but what am I? You're also a pedophile. Like, what do you mean? Or a pedophile protector. Oh my God. Like, this woman is ridiculous. Our Attorney General, everybody.
You were one of them, hypocrite.
Was the president aware?
Hypocrite. Again, her line reads are just so bad. Like, if we were filming, I would have her do that line again. I would have her repeat herself. I would say take that from the top, because we can't use that shot. We can't use that take. That was not good. That was bad. Like, oh my God. At least make it believable.
Of Secretary Lutnick's ties to Epstein when he chose him to lead the Department of Commerce? Was he aware?
Chris Malin was a Border Patrol agent.
Okay, so I'm going to conclude that the president, in fact, did know about his ties because he was the next-door neighbor.
Shame on you.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
You're
this
from
is
a tiny,
pathetic.
beautiful
This is
state.
pathetic, Mr. Chair.
Will be in order.
I am not asking trick questions here.
You
The
got your
American
5
people
minutes.
have a right to know the answers to this. These are...
Like, asks question, Pam Bondi. Hey, you know that guy in your district who did that crime, or that guy in your district who was killed by that guy who did that crime? Wow, I can't believe you didn't mention that one guy who did that one crime in your district. I can't believe that you would sit here and call me out for things that I have definitely done, but you won't mention that one guy in your district of, like, you know, thousands of people who did that one thing. How dare you? Like, that's her strategy. That is her strategy. That is her fucking strategy, is just to be like, okay, but you had a guy living in your district who did a crime. What about that? Why don't you talk about that? Like, yeah, a lot of Americans have done crimes, okay? A lot of places in America have people who have done crimes. Like, what is this? Like, you could go to any place in America and be like, find a person who did a crime here, who did a, like, this is not like a gotcha. Like, I love how she thinks it's some big gotcha that she was able to find somebody in the district who did like a criminal act or a violent crime, and because she was able to find this person, she can now use it as a gotcha against these people, to be like, hey, why don't you talk about this person? Why are you talking about Epstein when you had a person in your district who ran a red light? What the fuck? Oh my God. We don't give tickets anymore. That person needs to be executed.
For senior officials in the Trump administration. This is not a game, Secretary.
I'm Attorney General.
My apologies, I couldn't tell.
The government's such a joke. And like they're asking about fucking like Howard Lutnick, right? Like having ties to Epstein. Like we are talking about members of our current administration who had ties to a guy who is very likely, all but been proven to be a foreign asset, a foreign spy. I believe it has been proven, but uh, just like we just like that's a pretty big deal, like you got like actual connections to foreign like blackmailing assets and shit like that. Like that's something that one should be maybe concerned about. Maybe we should be taking a look at that. Maybe we should discuss this. Or not. No, it's cool.
By 2008, we knew that Epstein was a convicted sexual abuser. And we now know that Lutnick went to Epstein's Island in 2012. How was that not a deal breaker for the president? And why aren't you asking questions of the Commerce Secretary about what he saw when he was at the island, which he lied about not ever going to? Why are you not asking these questions? And I see that my time is almost expired, so I will say this. Do the right thing, Attorney General. Meet with the survivors. They have been asking for a year. Meet with the survivors. Do the right thing. I yield back.
Gentlelady yields back. The gentleman from South Carolina is recognized for 5 minutes.
May I have 20 seconds of his time?
So that'd be up to the gentleman, but
Absolutely, Madam
Thank you. Thank you. I was curious if you, Congress.
Man, fuck you. Like, you should have said no. You should have said no. I believe he was from South Carolina, so I'm not surprised. But like, you should have said no. Don't let her fucking talk, because all she's gonna do is get up here and be like, this woman, she's got a fucking person in her district who did a bad thing, and she won't call that, she isn't calling that person out, and she voted against this thing, and blah, 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 blah. Like that, like, word for word, bar for bar. Just
This woman asked Bill Clinton that. Didn't see one tweet, not one. I didn't see one tweet when Joe Biden was in office about Bill Clinton.
like, what are you reading? What are you reading there? What are you reading there? Can I see it? You want to share with the class? You want to share with the rest of us what you're reading, Pam Bondi? I'm so curious. Because it seems weird to me that you would have this written down, just ready to go, off the cuff. Like, this is a weird strategy, This is a weird play. So I'd love to see what you have written on that page. Love to see what it is you're reading off of, Pam Bondi. Would love to see it.
Didn't ask Merrick Garland anything about Epstein, not once when he was.
Weak sauce.
And
sauce.
also, I want the record to reflect that, with this.
Weak sauce. Weak sauce. Oh my god, dude. At that point, just say bullshit. Like, just say bullshit. Like, fuck it. This whole thing is a joke. This whole thing is a farce. Just say bullshit. Just rip a bullshit in the middle of the goddamn committee. Do it. Who gives a fuck? I think everybody would actually love you for it at this point. Just rip it out. Let it fly. Who gives a fuck? Weak sauce. Weak sauce.
Anti-Semitic culture right now. She voted against a resolution condemning.
Oh,
Ah! The anti-Semitic culture right now. She voted against. Oh my god. I hate it here.
I want to be clear. Do you want to go there, Attorney General? Or do you want to go there? Are you serious? Talking about anti-Semitism to a woman who lost her grandfather in the Holocaust?
Like, you crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. You're actually crazy. Grandfather died in the Holocaust, and your ass is out here saying she's anti-Semitic. There are moments of light in this dark, dark, dark time that we have lived in, and that we are currently living in, and that we will continue to live in. And I have to admit, this is one of those moments. Just one of those moments where just for a brief moment, I feel euphoric. Because how the fuck, Pam Bondi, did you get up here? How the fuck? No, it's beautiful. There's no notes. There's no notes. I couldn't have written it better myself.
Really?
This is not under attorney-client privilege because it was sent from Jeffrey Epstein to Ghislaine Maxwell. Will you commit to publicly providing the unredacted version of this so that the American people can understand the extent of Donald Trump's lies about his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein?
You're about as good of a lawyer today as you were when you tried to impeach President Trump in 2016. Have you apologized for that in 2019?
So will you unredact this? Will you
were
unredact
lead
this?
counsel on that. Privileged.
I'm asking you, will you unredact this?
Privileged.
Privileged, of course. I look forward to discussing this more. Now, these are obviously improper redactions.
And let me stop for a minute.
I'm talking. I'm
if they're
talking.
not privileged,
Quiet.
Don't yell at me. If they're not
Mr. Chairman, would you stop the clock? This is on your
use-
time. It's not on Mr.
If
Gomes.
they're not privileged,
Like, what the hell? You do not get to just... like, you are there to answer their questions. You are there to provide information to them that they are seeking. They are going to ask you things and you answer. You do not get to fucking call out and be like, let me say this one thing. Like, this is not your fucking party, bitch. This is not your fucking house. I wish Jim Jordan would act like it's his fucking house for once. But he won't. Jim Jordan's acting like it's your house, but it ain't your house. You just came in here and started acting a fool, and you expect everybody else to just go along with it. And the few people in the room that are willing to push back and be like, bitch, what the fuck? This is not how we do things. You've just got Jim Jordan up there like fucking Willy Wonka being like, no, stop, don't. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke, and I blame Jim Jordan.
Used your improper redactions.
You'll like my answer.
To
if we
continue
review them
to
and they're not
protect
privileged,
Donald
Time belongs to the
we
member.
will be happy to release them.
We'll
after
stop the
review.
clock. We'll stop the clock. Time belongs to the member. Go ahead.
Even though you used improper redactions to protect Donald Trump and other predators associated with Jeffrey Epstein, you did the exact opposite thing with the survivors and victims of this scheme.
All right. I had wanted to get into more of these, but I do have to go. It is officially, as you can see here, it is midnight in my location, and I do have to be awake and at the fucking courthouse tomorrow at 9 a.m. So I am going to call it a night, and yeah, wish me luck. Hopefully, yeah. You know what? If you want to help me pay off our taxes, you can donate down below. I have a coffee. And there's also other links and shit down there. I've got some Sudan donation links that you should actually donate to. And that's really it. I don't got much else to say. And I will I don't know if I'm gonna stream Friday. But I will definitely stream Sunday for sure. Maybe Friday. We'll see. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. If you could hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed, and check out my most recent video. That's pretty much all I got. So thank you so much for watching. Please take care of yourself. Free Palestine, and